Hey, podcast listening people. Connor Doobie here. Happy marketing, mentorship, money making Monday. It's great to see you all. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I go live with you almost every single day, whether I'm doing a guest interview or if I'm doing my solo show, which usually I launch this sucker right around 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. Started a little early today because I got a steak. I got a steak waiting for me. I'm sous videing some steaks, if you know what that is, and I'm excited to jump into that. So, with that today, what are we going to talk about? PR. Let's talk about marketing and PR. What else are we going to talk about on this besides marketing and business and sales and growth and mentorship? But if you've been paying attention, you've been following, which for those of you that have been, I appreciate you. Appreciate you much. Make sure you're subscribed to the podcast so you can find the audio on all your favorite podcast apps. Getting a weird echo in here right now. But last Thursday, I actually put on our free B2B Mentors Marketing Mastermind. It's a mouthful, but also a lot of fun. Last Thursday, we put this on. You've probably seen me promoting it, and it was great. We had a room full of high-level, high-powered B2B marketers, and I learned a lot. Our main topic of conversation last time was PR. Talked about PR, media, PR strategies. Those of you who are like, what's PR? Public relations. So really getting your company in a position so that it is recognized. It's got authority. It's being seen in news and media. And a lot of surprising things came up that were uncovered that we talked about that I didn't even know about. So what I wanted to do with you here today is really just kind of recap, right? Recap that. And by the way, if you want a chance to attend our very next free mastermind, it's always free to you guys for right now. Every second and last Thursday of the month, we're going to be doing these. And if you want to come attend, see what it's all about, see how B2B marketers who are in companies, businesses that maybe have done millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions in sales, and you want to network with them, you want to connect with them, you want to learn from them, then come and check that out. But a couple of things that we picked up on that we talked about that I want to share with you, my friends, today. Number one, when it comes to PR and media, and this is actually where I was mistaken. I never really wanted to reach out to like a news source for a company or reach out to a magazine, or I was always kind of skittish about reaching out to like apply for awards, right? Awards for our business, awards for our industry. And one of the running themes that I kept picking up on is like, this is how top marketers are using PR. This is how all of your competitors that you see out there are taking advantage of PR. They're not just sitting and waiting for news outlets to reach out to them or podcasters to reach out to them or, whatever X media source to contact them. They are proactively contacting those sources. They're paying for placement. They're paying for investment. I thought everybody was just amazing and they just got all the features that I didn't. But come to find out, when we really took a peek behind the curtains, it was a proactive approach that most marketers that you're seeing are doing. And this actually came from our friend Vinny, who shared a piece on this, who's an Emmy Award winner. And the truth behind awards is you've got to find them, you've got to pursue them, and you've got to be proactive. And sometimes you got to invest in them, right? Just like investing in any other marketing or paid advertising campaign, PR, believe it or not, is very, very similar to that. Number two thing that I really picked up on that I like that I'm going to share with you is this theme of MMC. So MMC means make me care. If you're using PR channels to just promote your company, promote how great you are, promote your business, then it's going to be a flop as a campaign. And so what you need to identify is, how can you make people care? There's a story. Is there nonprofit work? Is there something attached to it that gets people emotionally involved, right? Like stories sell. That's why people love going to the movies. People invest into big Hollywood blockbuster movies, but when you look at the top performing movies out there, they're all very similar. There's a theme to each movie, right? That is a success, and that's what you need to do with your PR strategies is make people care. So like a lot of the folks in the group in our mastermind this last week agreed upon that is, what do I really care about this, right? Why am I going to spend the time, my precious time out of my day to read this article or to watch this video and to take action, to actually do the follow-up, to go do more research on your company, to follow you on social media, to subscribe to your podcast, whatever that action is at the very end of whatever it is you're promoting. Number 3 is understanding media consumption of your actual clients. And this one's kind of tricky too, right? And I pressed a number of people on this too, is we're in this world of B2B sales, right? We're not in like, a lot of us aren't in these very sexy industries that's cool, that's trending, that the masses are going to jump onto and it's going to go absolutely viral. And so micro channels are something to consider and to look at. What are the associations directly affiliated with your industry? Chances are there's probably more out there than you realize. You guys enjoying this, by the way? Please let me know. Drop a little like on this video. Drop a comment if you're watching this after the fact. That's cool too. But just know you can catch me live and ask questions. If you want to add to the conversation, I'd love to hear from you. So understand the media consumption. Are they really television watchers? Or do they read the Wall Street Journal? Do they read Forbes magazine? Do they subscribe to industry, trade associations? Do they attend trade shows that you can maybe apply to actually win awards at these trade shows? You see your competitors doing it, but the vast majority of us, myself included, like I'm guilty of this, and this is definitely something I'm going to dive into more this year, is researching more into PR. But ultimately, where are my people hanging out, right? If I'm trying to build relationships and invite CMOs, marketing directors, B2B marketers into my mastermind, where else are they hanging out besides here on LinkedIn, maybe watching me go live, but where else are they reading that I can up that credibility and up that authority? And that leads me to my next point, which I've actually been I've been a huge voice on this. I've talked about this a lot, is you can't always be the one at the fancy publication with your name at the top. And sometimes you just can't afford it as a business, as a company. Maybe your competitors can way outspend you in that area. But what can you do to compete in the world of PR and media if you're bootstrapping it, or even if you're winning at it and you get the attention of your audience and then they come back to check you out or come back to follow you on social media? What do you need there? Well, you have to be your own best media source. You need to be the one creating your own PR, creating your own media, writing your own press releases, doing videos on the charitable work that you're participating in or involved in, or that your company is doing whatever give back initiative, right? Are you talking about that enough? And are you using LinkedIn, your email list, your website, SEO, organic means to actually turn your own business, whether you're cybersecurity, your technology, your telecom, your biotech, your medical industry? Is your own business your own best media source? Are you your own best PR source? I've interviewed some PR experts on my podcast in the past as well. And something they've expressed common is like, I won't even take clients on if they don't have consistent, regular content that they're putting out, right? I've talked about this constantly with activeblogs.com. This is what we do for our clients, is we create custom pillar content that every single month is going out into all of their key channels. But Some PR companies won't even take on a client if they're not set up for this, because they can do all the work in the world to get reach in the media, in the news, in different PR channels, in different media channels. But then once they have the eyeballs and the attention, their client doesn't have any way to retain attention. So there's one thing to be able to get in front of enough of the right people and to be able to get their attention, but that's only half the battle. The second half is the consistency. And that's where blogs, newsletters, videos, content for LinkedIn, social content, content in your email list, once people get enough interest to opt into your email list, is at the end of the day, all roads go back through to your site and your social channels. But if you're not filling those channels up, then you're wasting a lot of opportunity and you're losing a lot of spend. And honestly, you're losing out on a lot of energy that you had to do to initially get those eyeballs there. So on that note too, by the way, if you're sitting there and you're saying, hey, this all sounds great, this all sounds fine and dandy, but I don't have the time, I don't have the project management skills, I don't have the writers, nor do I want to manage writers and graphic designers. Like I'm too busy working on all my other marketing initiatives. Come check us out at activeblogs.com, activeblogs.com, and you can get a quote, and we'll get you a quote for custom content for your business. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the PR topic? This is something that, like, again, I haven't really done enough with, haven't taken enough action on. Like I have been interviewed on many number of podcasts over the years, but I've never ventured outside that world of podcasts as much. I've had been featured on a couple magazines and news articles here and there over the years, but I've never made an effort. I've never campaigned to apply for awards or to reach out to other media sources and offer to pay to be placed or to write an article for them. So what are your thoughts? Have you had success with this? Have you done this in the past? Are you considering doing this in, this year? Do you have questions on it? If so, drop in the comments. Let me know. Send me a DM, guys, if you want to chat. I'd love to meet you. Love to connect with you. Your network really, truly, deeply is your net worth. So it's not about what you know. It's not about who you know, but it's about who knows you. And that's another reason too why you should hit the link in the video, attend a free B2B Mentors Marketing Mastermind. It's a mouthful, but I love saying it every single time. And every second and last Thursday of the month, come check that out. Come see what we're about. Come say hi, come network, come learn, right? A lot of you may have seen me, and like, I'm an experienced marketer, right? Like I've been in business since I was 7 years old, is when I started my first company. And I've just been a student of sales, marketing, and business development, but I never trick myself into thinking like I know everything, because I don't. There's still a lot to learn, which is why I surround myself with people who are doing much bigger and better things than I am, to be able to kind of get that information, get that information out. So be your own PR source, be your own best advocate, be your own best promoter. But at the end of the day, realize there's a lot of channels out there that you can tap into, no matter how niche or kind of obscure you feel like your business is or the industry that you're in. Don't forget, you can check out every single time I stream this, I'll upload the audio to the audio app. So if you want to catch us a couple days down the road, if you want to actually get access to all of the guest interviews we've done, then you can go check out B2B Mentors. With that, much love to you, my friends. Make it great, and I'll see you tomorrow.